The house that whispers back. There was a house where no one lived, but it still said goodnight. People in the village called it the Stillhouse. It sat at the end of a long gravel path, hidden behind a bent iron gate and a fence that leaned, as if it were tired of holding secrets. No one remembered who built it. It wasn't abandoned, just left alone. Its windows were always clean, the garden strangely neat, though no one was ever seen tending it. But if you stood near its porch at dusk, just as the sun dipped below the trees, you'd hear it. The front door creaking open, slow and low, a whisper curling out like a sigh. "Are you coming in, love?" That's what people said anyway, and in time, they stopped saying even that. When I was 9 years old, my mother warned me never to go near the house. She didn't say why, and I didn't ask. Her voice shook when she mentioned it, and she always crossed herself afterward. We weren't even religious. But children are made of curiosity, and mine overflowed. So one cloudy afternoon, I took my bike down the back roads and rode to the edge of Stillhouse Lane. The wind stopped the second I crossed onto the gravel. Not died down, stopped. No leaves rustled, no birds. The silence was thick, like cotton in my ears. Still, I pressed forward. My tires crunched the path too loudly. It felt like I was being rude. The house came into view. It wasn't frightening, not really. It looked lonely, Victorian, weathered but not broken. Its shutters moved gently, though there was no wind. I stopped at the gate. Rust tickled the air like blood. And then the door opened. Just a crack. I didn't see anyone, but I heard it. A woman's voice, warm and quiet, like a lullaby hiding behind a wall. "Come in, love, it's getting late." I turned, got back on my bike, didn't look back. I never told anyone. Years passed, life moved on, as it always does, but the Stillhouse never left me. Even as an adult, I'd sometimes hear it. A soft echo in the hum of my fridge, or in the hiss of water from the tap. "Come in, love." When my mother passed, I found a letter she'd hidden inside her Bible. It was yellowed and creased, addressed to no one. It read, "The house is older than this place, older than the woods around it. I've heard it too, we all have. It sings to the lonely, calls to the grieving. If you ever hear it speak your name, do not answer, and do not go in." There was a red thumbprint at the bottom, hers, and beneath that, almost like an afterthought, "I think your father heard it the night before he disappeared." That night I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking of him, of how he'd vanished without a trace when I was 4. No accident, no goodbye, just gone. I stared at the ceiling for hours. At 2:44 a.m. I heard it, not from outside, not from my dreams, but from inside my house, inside me. "Come in, love, he's waiting." The next morning I packed a bag, just in case. The gravel path looked smaller now, like it had been pulled inward. The gate opened before I touched it. The house was silent. It waited. I stepped onto the porch. The wood groaned like something waking up. I put my hand on the doorknob, cold as river stone, and then I heard it again, clearer, louder, closer. "Come in, love." I did. Inside, the air was warm, but not comforting. It felt rehearsed. The hallway was long, wrong. The walls were too tall. The pictures were blurry, like someone had drawn faces from memory and forgot the details. I walked. The house didn't creak, it breathed. A soft inhale every time I stepped forward, a faint exhale when I stopped. I passed a mirror. My reflection didn't match my movements. It looked slightly to the left as I walked by. "He's waiting in the sitting room." The voice again. I didn't ask how it knew what I wanted, or why it used his voice this time. I opened the door at the end of the hall. There was no one inside, just a chair, facing the fireplace, and a figure sitting in it. It looked like him. Same shoulders, same hair, even the same brown boots he wore in the old photos. But I didn't move. I knew better. "Dad?" I whispered. No answer. He sat too still. You never said goodbye. Still nothing. Then he stood, slowly, too smoothly, and turned around. It wasn't him, not fully. His face was empty in the wrong places. Lips stitched closed. One eye a perfect black marble, the other flickering like a dying light bulb. But his voice, when it came, was beautiful. Now that you're here, it said, you don't have to leave. I ran. The door didn't take me back to the hall. It opened to the porch, and the porch opened to the woods. Not my woods, not any woods I'd known. The sky above was wrong. Purple-black, with stars that moved like insects under glass. But the house whispered, "Come in, love, you live here now." I don't know how long I've been writing this. There's no clock here, no sun, just the voice, growing softer every day. Sometimes it sounds like my mother, sometimes like myself. It always says the same thing. Come in, love, someone new is almost here. If you hear it, don't follow it, don't answer. And whatever you do, don't look at the mirror as you pass. It might already be looking back.